Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I will do the full guide for this season 116. Overall, I don't find it the hardest season ever, but it's not really easy. The tricky part I think is that you have to face a hard fight very early on, which is number 3, so you cannot stack up supers and so on. But it's really manageable. It's not the hardest ever, and if you face it early, at least you can use your low tier. You won't get too much point anyway, and you can heal off because it's really spaced out. You're gonna have fight number 3 that is hard, and after the hardest fight that you're gonna face is gonna be fight number 13, and you're gonna have 10 fight in between where you can heal, basically stack up supers and so on, and that would be very helpful. Fight number 13 is the mini boss. Usually we get way harder fights. This one is not the trickiest, to be honest. It's pretty simple. You just have the two Broly, which are the Ultra and the LL, that are pretty hard hitters and can be annoying, but you can kill them early on, and that shouldn't be a problem. After, you're gonna have the Unirep team, which is gonna be here, and you're gonna face it again in fight number 25. Not easy at all, but I think we saw much harder in the past. If you have a full blast team, you're gonna breeze through it no problem. Strike team, you're gonna struggle a little bit, but it's just the last two fights. Overall, strike team are gonna be fine this season compared to before. As always, I will recommend to have either a full blast or a full strike team because it's gonna be important well for targeting to avoid covers and to have enough damage. What I mean by strike and blast team is pretty simple. A blast team is a team that have mainly ranged unit, characters that have blast attack Z abilities, and characters that have a higher blast attack stat compared to strike stat. If it's a strike team, it's the total opposite. Melee unit, characters that have higher strike attack than blast attack, and characters that have strike attack Z abilities. Try to not mix too much and have mainly blast attack unit or strike attack unit. For example, me here, I have like a blast team or a blast movie team, and we're gonna have only one strike attack Z ability. We're gonna have blast attack with Amon, Cooler blast attack, Roshi is an HP buffer, Frieza blast attack, and you're gonna have Bojack blast attack. This guy also has a blast and strike attack, which is good. If you want more details, there is a video in the description. I go over all the basic about TOP and I explain what I mean by blast and strike team. Other than that, there is the teams video for the season. There is a couple of teams on that. You can check them out. Maybe you can make one of them. And I usually give you only strike or only blast teams, unless I think this season the Saiyan Saga team is mixed. But that's an exception because they do not have too much choices. Other than that, in the guide itself, I will ask you to switch between full blast or full strike. To do it is very simple. If I ask you to go full blast, you change every character in your team that is fighting to blast, and you do it like this. And if I ask you to go full strike, you change everyone to strike. Usually I ask you to go with the strength of your team. Now, for your team, you don't need too much boost. You need only 2 Z chairs generally to get the 1k CC, and you need to bring them for the last 10 fight because the last 10 fight give you the most point. As you can see on the left table, from fight 1 to 14, the win streak bonus is very low. It's not really worth it risking your Z tier and lowering them in HP. So bringing them from fight 15 to 25 is more optimal, so you can get as much point as possible. Fight 1 to 14, you try to keep yourself healthy and bring your high boost at the end. Moreover, friendship is super important. It's gonna increase your stat, it's gonna make you faster, and you're gonna tank better, survive better. That's why I always recommend to have friendship. I will put the summary for friendship here. So it will increase your stat by 5%. Your opponent are gonna be slower, and you're gonna have more HP and more defenses. You're gonna survive the 25 TP easier. If you are running a high boost team, I would really recommend Friendship 10 on your main team, Friendship 5 on your bench at least, so you can survive better. For star requirement, it's gonna be as followed on screen. You can just pause it if you want to, so don't put any low star character. I would say no one below 7 star. and before DBR49, so before LL Cooler, no one below 9 star. If possible, for equipment, it's the same as always. You can have a clash equip on everyone that gives HP and double offense, a car equip on everyone that gives HP, and the last equip is gonna depend on the type of character you have. So if you have range, you put the Goku one on the bottom right. If you have a defense type, you put the Janemba, and so on. And that's all the basics. Let me recap the schedule really quickly. You have the teams video and the community team already out. Today is the full guide with all the fights, and next week is gonna be the gameplay with my movie team that I showed you earlier. If you want to check replacement for that, it's gonna be on the teams video. I listed a couple for most character apart of the Trunks because he's free to play and you can get him right now. Now let's get to fight number 1. Let's start with number 1. Do not make a mistake, it's gonna be the 5 fist on the right hand side. This fight, which is the fusion one, and this fight with Gogeta Blue and Broly is super hard to avoid them at all costs, and we're gonna go with the event exclusive fight. And for targeting, we're gonna take the red 18 first. We debuff every turn she's alive, so we're gonna eliminate her as soon as we can. I would advise putting any blue unit you have on the key recovery tile and avoid putting any yellows, because you want to attack red first and the purple second. The second purple is gonna be the Boo, so you're gonna take 18 then Boo, and we take Boo second because he stuns turn 3 and he stops someone from attacking, and he also debuffs someone, so we try to take him out as soon as we can after 18. Third is gonna be Goku Black. He start debuffing from turn 3 too, and we try to eliminate him before turn 3 like the Super Boo, but he's a lower priority in my opinion. If you want to take Goku Black before Boo, you can do that, it's up to you. After that, you're gonna have Android 13 and Gohan. It doesn't matter too much. I would say if you have slow red unit, you take Gohan 5th. If you have slow green unit, you take Android 13 5th, and the other is gonna go 4th, and 6th is gonna be Tapion regardless. Now let's get to fight number 2, which is gonna be here, and it's a Universe 6 fight. You have Ultra Hit, but it's only a 3 fist, so as long as you take hit turn 1 and you eliminate him as soon as possible, you should be okay. He stuns turn 2 and it's gonna be annoying if you leave him alive, so we take him first, and he will be super fast, so he will still attack. If you have any weak yellow, maybe don't take him to this fight, so you avoid that. Second is gonna be Kefla. From turn 3 she starts debuffing HP restore and defense, so your team will take more damage and heal less, so we try to eliminate her before turn 3. Now if you have a high damaging team, you can take Kaba before Kefla and try to eliminate both before turn 3. If you have a low damaging team or you don't know how much damage your team do, just take Kefla second. Third and fourth is gonna be the Caulifla and the Vados. They are the hardest hitter from the remaining characters. Fifth is gonna be the Kaba, and last is gonna be the Champa, who is a little bit tanky. You can switch out Champa and Kaba if you want to, it's not a big deal. Let's say you have a lot of red, I would advise to take Champa last. If you have a lot of blues, I would advise to take Kaba last, so you don't take too long eliminating. Now let's get to fight number 3, which is gonna be here. Pretty hard one, but we don't really have choices. Fights around are much harder. This one is at least manageable. You should be alright if you target well and if you have a decent team. I would advise to take your strongest team. It's gonna be very important to keep your team high HP this early on. Do not take the weak characters. Another advice is gonna be to bench any Saiyans if you can, or Super Saiyan, because even one Saiyan in your team, Broly is gonna debuff your entire team's strike damage received by 10%, so you will take 10% more strike damage, and the Frieza will debuff your entire team HP restore by 50% if you have any Super Saiyan, so if you want to avoid those debuffs, you bench them. If you have too many, well, you don't bench them anyway, so you can do nothing about it because even one will trigger the debuffs. If you have weak characters and you want to keep your Saiyans, keep them. Don't worry about the debuff too much. For targeting, Broly need to go first. He's the most annoying from the enemy team. He can stun someone from your team turn 2 if he's alive, so you will stop them from attacking. And he's pretty good damage dealer because he's an ultra, so we take him first and eliminate him as soon as we can. Second is Goku Black. He gets super fast turn 2 and he starts debuffing from turn 3, so we try to eliminate him as soon as we can. Then it's gonna be the Cooler. The Cooler does the most damage from the enemy team. He's going after Goku Black and Broly. Fourth is gonna be either Mecha Frieza or Metal Cooler. I would say Mecha Frieza. This team is pretty tanky, so you try to rise and rush someone who is tanky, and it's gonna be Mecha Frieza. Fifth is gonna be Thouser regardless. It depends on what you have. If you have a high damaging team, you can take Metal Cooler fourth, Mecha Frieza sixth. If you have a low damaging team, you can take Mecha Frieza fourth and Metal Cooler sixth. Let's recap. It's gonna be Broly, Goku Black, Red Cooler, Mecha Frieza, Thouser, then Metal Cooler. Now let's get to fight number 4, which is gonna be this one here. I would take Pan before Gohan. Now the Pan is gonna debuff from turn 2, which is gonna be in this area, and she's gonna be debuffing damage 10%, ki 10%, and it's gonna be all the characters on the red areas. I would take her out as soon as I can. It's more annoying than the Gohan. Then after that, I'm gonna take Gohan. He gets super fast turn 2. If you want to take him before Pan, you can. It's viable, but I prefer avoiding the debuff. So Pan, then Gohan. If you want to take Gohan, then Pan, you can too. I would also advise taking a lot of blue unit for this fight. You have 3 red enemy, no green, so it should be fine. Third is gonna be actually Videl. Videl from turn 3, she gains damage cut, so eliminate her before she does that and we can take her out as soon as we can. Then it's gonna be Goten. He's a little bit recent, he's a free to play character, but he does some support and has okay damage, so we take him fourth. Fifth is gonna be this Goku. He has only some death buff, he does nothing, take him later on. And sixth is gonna be the Hercule. When he gets below 50% HP, he starts debuffing, so we take him at the very end. Now let's get to fight number 5, which is gonna be this one. We've done it last season, not the hardest, not the easiest again. In here, you don't need to go full blast or full strike, to be honest. It's not a big problem because this Shin is not gonna cover the Nappa that we're gonna take before him. Now I need to tell you about the debuff from Zamasu. Avoid putting anyone in the bottom row because he debuffs some defense in the bottom row. So put your character in the 2 top row and you're gonna avoid a little bit of a defense debuff from the Zamasu overall. For targeting, very simple this fight. You're gonna take Nappa first, he starts debuffing from turn 2. After that we're gonna take Shin. Remember, you don't need to go full blast, Shin is not gonna cover Nappa, so you should be fine. After that we're gonna take either Bido or Recoome. It doesn't matter too much. I would say if you have a slow green unit, maybe take Recoome because end of turn 2 you're gonna attack him. If you have slow yellow, maybe take Bido third and the other is gonna go fourth. But 3 and 4, one of them, and you should be fine. 5 and 6 is gonna depend on your team. If you have a lot of red unit and if you have a lot of purple unit, you're gonna take the 16 5th and the Zamasu is gonna go last. If you have a lot of blue unit or if you have a lot of green unit, you're gonna take the Zamasu 5th and 16 is gonna go last, so you can rise and rush. Now let's get to fight number 6, which is gonna be here. And this is the last tricky one for a while, but it's not really hard, to be honest. The good thing is we can eliminate the Broly before he even attacks because he's super slow turn 1. So targeting him first is gonna be really good and we're gonna ignore him at all and he's not gonna be annoying for us. He transforms turn 3 and he's gonna be really a sitting duck. So we take him first and we're gonna get rid of him. Second is gonna be Videl. She gets some buff when she's below 50% HP and she can support allies, so we're gonna take her second. Third is gonna be the Goku. He can crit and he gains damage as the fight goes on, and that's why we're gonna take him third. After that is the Goten. He's pretty recent, has good damage inflicted or alright damage inflicted, and he can support. Fifth is gonna be the Trunks. He doesn't do much, but he's less tanky than the Gohan, that's why he's gonna go fifth. And Gohan is gonna go last, so we can rise and rush. Now let's get to fight number 7, which is gonna be here. And it's a really simple one. If you have some character low HP, maybe you can heal them here a little bit. You're gonna have Whis and Beerus that can stun turn to someone random. Both of them can do it, but you cannot eliminate both turn 1 unless you have a high damaging team, so you're gonna prioritize one of them. I would advise Whis. He does the most from the enemy team outside Piccolo, so we're gonna take him first. Piccolo is gonna go second, and that's because he can super turn 3, so we try to eliminate him before turn 3 and as soon as we can. Then after that is gonna be the Bulma. All the remaining characters don't do too much, but Bulma has a little debuff, I think, so we take a third. After that is gonna be Charlotte, then the Gohan who does nothing, and Beerus at the end because he's pretty tanky compared to the other, and we leave him toward the end. Now, if you have a high damaging team and you are sure you can eliminate 2 turn 1, you can take Beerus second and Piccolo third, but I wouldn't really advise it if you don't know, because Piccolo is gonna super turn 3 and that's gonna do a lot of damage. Now let's get to fight number 8, which is easy again, and it's gonna be the Krillin one, and you can heal your characters again if they are low HP. We are going to take the tag unit first. They can tag switch, they can go type advantage easily, so we're gonna try to eliminate them as soon as we can, and they're pretty slow. We can eliminate them before they attack, so don't worry too much about it. Now we're gonna have a stun on someone random from your team turn 1 because the blue Krillin does turn 1. We can do nothing about it, but just keep that in mind. Someone from your unit is not gonna attack turn 1. Second is gonna be blue Krillin. From turn 2 he starts critting and crits do a lot of damage even on old unit. So we're gonna take him second, and he's very slow turn 2, so we can eliminate him before he attacks. Third is gonna be actually the yellow. He's pretty tanky and the tankiest of them all. Usually we take the tankiest at the end to Rising Rush, but you won't need the Rising Rush. And this yellow Krillin does the most damage, so we're gonna take him third. And we take him before the purple from the Android Saga, because the Android Saga purple gain damage cut per allies, and we're gonna try to eliminate as much allies as we can before attacking him. Then fifth is gonna be the purple from Dynamic Saga. We take him after the Android Saga because when he dies he gives damage to allies, and we don't want him to buff the other Krillins. And last is gonna be the red who does nothing, so we take him at the very end. Now let's get to number 9, which is gonna be here the Tree Fist. Super similar to number 6, the only differences is you had the free-to-play yellow Goku instead of that yellow Super Saiyan you see on screen, and we had the Trunks instead of the Broly. I think this is even easier than the other, and it's just a Tree Fist. Remember, Broly is very slow, so we can eliminate him before he attack turn 1, and we take him first. Second is Videl. She's support, she gets stronger when she's below 50% HP, so we take her as soon as possible after Broly. Third is gonna be Goten this time. I think he's more annoying than the Gohan. He does a little bit more damage and has some support, so he's gonna go third. And after that is gonna be the Gohan. If you want to take Gohan and after Goten you can, like if you have a lot of slow green unit turn 2 and you want to target the blue, you can do that, but I would advise Goten than Gohan for most. After that is gonna be the Goku. Does basically nothing, just dies and give death buff, but we already eliminated most people. And last is gonna be the Broly who nullify an attack, so we take him at the end. Now let's get to number 10, which is the same as number 8. Let me recap it quickly. But before, if you have a super good team and you are very healthy, you can take this fight as a challenge. It's the same as number 5. It's not very hard. If you did well in number 5, you will do well here. You can go back with timestamp. The difference is you have 2 key recovery tile. You can put some yellows on there, so you can target Nappa easier. Now let's get to this one, much safer. You will get approximately the same points because we are not in the later fights of TOP, so I would advise it really, and so you can heal a little bit too. For targeting, remember the tag unit is gonna go first. They can tag switch and they can go type advantage easily, so we kill them as soon as we can. Second is the blue Krillin. He stuns someone turn 1, you can do nothing about it, but he starts critting from turn 2, so we can eliminate him. Third is actually the yellow Krillin, even if he's tanky. Then the purple from the Android Saga. Then the purple from the Namek Saga who death buff. And at the end the red Krillin. Now let's get to fight number 11. And it's another one that we did before. Very, very easy. And hopefully you can heal a little bit more before the hard fight at the end. I would advise to start saving supers if you can. If you have anyone above 90% gauge or around 80% gauge, maybe save them for fight number 13. It's much harder. This one is simple. Like I said before, you take Whis first, Piccolo second, because Piccolo starts supering from turn 2. Then after that it's gonna be Bulma, then Charlotte, then Gohan, and at the end is Beerus. If you have a high damaging team, you can take Beerus second, Piccolo third, but I wouldn't advise it too much if you don't know, because Piccolo's super is gonna do a lot of damage turn 3. Now let's get to fight number 12, which is gonna be here. Very simple again, not super hard. Same advice, if you have someone with a super, maybe save him. I would also advise to not take too many purple units in this fight, because maybe you will take too long eliminating Frieza, and if you do that, he might super you. Now for Frieza, we're gonna take him first. We're gonna try to trigger his counter and eliminate him with our remaining 5 units. Try to have units above 2300 key recovery, so you can eliminate him before he attack. Second is gonna be the Pot Frieza. Third is gonna be the Golden Frieza. Then the 2 EXs, and we finish with the Blue Frieza. The EXs, it doesn't matter too much, it depends on what you have. Now, if you have a high damaging team, you can do a full power Frieza, then Blue Frieza, because we're gonna pop his revive and eliminate him as soon as we can, because he debuff every turn. But if you do not have a high damaging team, maybe leave him later on. If you do, take him second, then Pot Frieza, then Golden Frieza, and the 2 EXs at the end. Now let's get to fight number 13, which is the first hard one in the first mini boss. Remember from number 10, the Ultra Broly is gonna debuff everyone if you have any Saiyan in your team, and it's 10% strike damage received. It's not the biggest debuff, it's not a big problem, but if you can avoid taking any Saiyan, do it. Otherwise, if you really need a Saiyan, or if you want to cover other units you want to bench, just take him. The debuff is not the biggest issue, I would say. For targeting, the Ultra Broly is gonna go first. He stuns someone turn 2, he's the most annoying, he's doing way too much, so he's gonna go as soon as possible. Second is gonna be the Red Broly. Now, if you can go full blast for this one, I would advise it, so you avoid cover on the Red Broly on the Ultra basically. He might not cover him at all. If you want to avoid the risk, you can do that. If you have a strike heavy team, keep it strike, it's not a problem. Red Broly second, he can transform turn 3 and he can stun turn 3, so he's gonna go second. Third is gonna be either the purple Broly or the green Broly remaining. You're gonna take the green one third if you have a lot of purple unit, or if you have a lot of green units, and the other is gonna go sixth. If you have a lot of yellow unit or a lot of blue unit, you're gonna take the purple third, and the green one is gonna go sixth. The yellow EX and the blue Broly are gonna go 4 and 5. I would say the blue 4 and the EX 5. They don't do too much, so we keep them before the end basically. Now let's get to fight number 14, which is gonna be here. Just so you know, this is the same as this one, which is the 5 fist, but this one is gonna be a little bit more tankier, and it doesn't have any key recovery type. So if you have a slow team, the 4 fist is gonna be much easier. If you have a strike team, maybe take the 5 fist, you're gonna get a little bit extra point, but it's not gonna be a big difference overall. For targeting, go either full blast or full strike, it's gonna be important, so you avoid covers and nullifications. And I would advise to not take too many purple units, if you have a blast team. Take some reds, avoid purples, so you don't take too long eliminating the Frieza. Just so you know, the Jiren is gonna stun someone turn 1, the Frieza is gonna counter an attack from a blast team if you have a blast one, and you're gonna have only 4 attack on him if you take him first, so purples are gonna be a handicap here, and they will take too long to eliminate. I would avoid taking them, and if you have a strike team, it's okay. I'm talking about a blast team in general. For targeting, it's gonna be full power Frieza first for blast teams, then after that LL Broly, then Bojack and Goku, or Goku or Bojack, doesn't matter too much. Fifth is gonna be the Broly, and last is gonna be the Jiren. If you have, let's say, a strike team, you're gonna take Jiren first, then you're gonna take the LL Broly. After that, you're gonna take either the Goku or the Bojack, or Bojack or Goku. Fifth is gonna be the Broly, the free to play, and last is gonna be the Frieza. Now let's get to fight number 15, which is gonna be this one here, and it's super simple. It's time to start taking Z tiers. For this fight, I would advise 2 of them. Very easy 3-fister, you're gonna be fine overall. We would take the Majin Vegeta first. He auto explodes, so we're gonna take him before he attacks. and he's gonna go first. He does auto explode when he's below 15% HP, so yeah, maybe end of turn 1, but he's so slow and so squishy, he's not gonna attack at all. Second is gonna be the tag unit. They're the most annoying from the remaining. Then it's gonna be Gohan. Every time an ally dies, he gains damage. We're gonna take him third. Fourth is gonna be the Kefla. Fifth is gonna be Charlotte, and at the end is gonna be the Goku. Now let's move to fight number 16, which is gonna be this one here, and we've done it before. I would advise one Z tier. It's just number 16, no need to risk it. If you have two strong Z tier, you can take them. It's not the biggest issue. Let me remind you of the targeting. Broly is gonna go first, then Vidal. After that is gonna be Goten. Then it's gonna be Gohan. You can take Gohan before Goten if you want to and if it's helpful in targeting, but most likely Goten then Gohan. Fifth is gonna be Goku, and at the end is gonna be Broly who nullify an attack. Now let's get to fight number 17, which is gonna be this one, and it's pretty simple. If you have two good Z tier, you can take them. Unless you have a green one, maybe bench him because there is 3 purple enemies, and it's gonna be very annoying with a lot of greens. Greens in general are not really good in this fight. For targeting, the Whis is gonna go first. You can stun turn 2, so we're gonna stop him from doing that. And then it's gonna be Piccolo. If you can go full blast, I would advise it to avoid any risk of covers from Piccolo on Whis. But if you have a strike team, keep a strike and take the cover. Third is gonna be the Beerus. He does some support, he can debuff, so he's gonna go third. And after that is gonna be the Gohan, who can gain damage every time an ally dies. After that is gonna be Charlotte, and at the end is gonna be the Bulma. Now let's get to fight number 18, which is gonna be this one, and it's pretty simple one. So in here I would advise 2Z, unless one of them is blue, because there is 3 green enemies, and the Gohan is going last, so he might have a lot of opportunities to attack, and the weak Z blue unit is not really recommended, so take only one if you have one of them that is blue basically. For targeting, I would actually take the Tien first, because this Goku is not covering him. Tien is out of range, so taking him first is gonna be ideal. And second is gonna be the Goku. After that it's gonna be the Trunks. You need to take Trunks before the Vegeta, because if Vegeta dies before Trunks, he's gonna super. Then after that is gonna be Vegeta, and then after it's gonna be Krillin. Because we eliminated the Tien earlier, he's not gonna have any damage cut. And the end, it's gonna be Gohan. He's the most tanky, and we try to Rising Rush him. He's gonna take too long to eliminate. Now let's get to fight number 19, which is gonna be this one here, and we've done it before. Very easy. Take 2 Z tier to this one, you're gonna get a lot of points from it. Let me remind you of the targeting. Whis is first, Piccolo is second, after that is gonna be Bulma, Charlotte, Gohan, and at the end it's gonna be Beerus. And we take Whis first because he's stun turn 2, Piccolo second because he can super turn 3. We leave Beerus late even if he's stun turn 2 because we cannot eliminate 2 in turn 1 most likely. If you can do that, you can take him second, but don't risk it too much because of the Piccolo super. Now let's get to fight number 20, which is gonna be this one here. Not the easiest, but not the hardest. I'm gonna do number 20 and 21 at the same time because it's the exact same one. So I don't need to repeat myself twice, but yeah, it's the same here. And what we're gonna do is take at least 1 Z tier. I wouldn't advise 2 because it can be tricky to eliminate all of them. Now, if you do really well in fight 20 and see your Z tier doing well, maybe you can take 2 in fight 21. It's gonna be helpful to know how you do in this fight, maybe rewatch the gameplay. Remember, there is Zamasu debuff in the bottom row, so avoid putting characters there. He's gonna debuff damage received, so they will be less tanky and it's gonna be very annoying. Do not put characters there in fight number 20 and 21. For targeting, what we're gonna do is Nappa first. You don't need to go full blast or full strike. The Shin is not covering Nappa. Shin is gonna go second. After that is gonna be either Bido or Rokum. It doesn't matter too much. I would say if you have slow greens, take Rokum. If you have slow purple, take Bido third. The other is gonna go fourth. If you don't know, take Bido then Rokum. After that is gonna be either Zamasu, or 16 fifth, and the other is gonna go 6. If you have a lot of red unit, or if you have a lot of purple unit, you're gonna take 16 fifth, and Zamasu is gonna go last. If you have a lot of green units, or if you have a lot of blue units, the Zamasu is gonna go 5th, and 16 is gonna go last. This is the same as fight number 21, which is gonna be here. There isn't much difference. You can rewind if you want to. Now let's get to fight number 22. In here, I would say if 2 of your ZTR are healthy, take the 2 of them. If only one is healthy, maybe take only one. Do not risk too much in this fight because you don't want them to die in fight number 22. If both of them are like low HP, take one that you think is not gonna die as quick as possible or might survive in this fight. I would also advise to not take too many yellows because you want to take the Raditz first and his super's turn 1. So if you take too many yellows and don't eliminate him as fast, it might be a problem. But luckily you have a key recovery tile, so you can put a blue unit on it and attack Raditz fast enough, or put someone who supers early and attack Raditz. And as I said before, Raditz is gonna go first because of the super. Second is gonna be the blue Cyberman. This guy can super later on, so we take him as soon as we can. Third is gonna be either Nappa or Vegeta. I would say if you have a lot of reds, Nappa is gonna go third. If you have a lot of yellow, Vegeta is gonna go third, so you avoid the attacks on them. Or if your Z tier is a red and is low HP, you take Nappa third. If your Z tier is yellow and low HP, you take Vegeta third, and the other is gonna go 5th. The golden Cyberman is gonna go 4th, and the purple is gonna go 6th. He death buff when he dies, so we take him at the end. Now let's get to fight number 23. It's gonna be the Tree Fist here. Not the easiest ever. It's actually a sneaky one, and what they did is they added Kaioken next to Hit, and Kaioken can super turn 2, so you cannot eliminate Hit first, and that's very annoying. Although it's a Tree Fist, so you won't take too much damage. I would say if you have good health on your 2 Z tier, bring them both. If you have some damage reduction tile, you can put them there. If only one is healthy and the other is gonna die, maybe bring only one. You have 2 fights left. For targeting, what you're gonna do is take Kaioken first, his super's turn 2. After that, it's gonna be Hit. It's the most annoying. If you can eliminate 2 in turn 1, it's gonna be crazy good. If you cannot, it's okay, you're gonna get stunned. After that, it's gonna be God Goku. You gain damage as the fight goes on. Then Golden Frieza, who transforms. Then it's gonna be Beerus, and at the end it's gonna be Vegeta. He gains damage when you hit him and he's pretty tanky, so we take him after Beerus. Let's go to fight number 24, which is gonna be the same as fight number 25. So I'm gonna do both fight number 24 and 25 at the same time, so you can use the same targeting and the same advice. Z tier wise, I would say if the 2 of them are healthy, you can take the 2 of them, but if only one is healthy, maybe take the healthy one only. If you have the 2 of them that are not healthy, just take one please, because if you take 2 Z tier and they die on you, both of them, you might lose the fight, and you might lose this TOP season and you will lose a lot of points, so it's not worthwhile risking it. So 1 Z tier is gonna be enough. Same advice for the fight number 25. Let's say you two have 2 unhealthy, maybe take one now and one in the other, and you should be fine even if one dies in both fight basically. For targeting, what we're gonna do is try to go full blast if possible, because blast teams are much superior to strike team in this fight. There is a lot of strike cover compared to blast, but if you cannot, that's okay, and keep your team strike. You're gonna just get stopped a lot of time, which is annoying overall. For targeting, Ultra UI is gonna go first. You can super turn 2, so we're gonna try to eliminate him as soon as we can. Second is gonna be Ultra MUI, not Ultra, Red MUI, and after that I'm gonna actually take the Goku Frieza, then the Evo Vegeta. 5th is gonna be the Beerus, and at the end is gonna be the Jiren. Same reasoning for fight number 25. Similar for Z tier. You can rewind if you want to and listen to the explanation again. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you do very well. If you have any question, let me know in the comment. The gameplay video with my movie team using the new free-to-play Trunks is gonna be next week on Saturday. So keep looking forward if you want to watch that. Have a good one and goodbye.